What's up? Welcome back to the stream. I'm going to change the mic properties. Excuse me. Hopefully that's good. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. +1 seems like a good level to keep it at. All right. I'm just going live right now because I feel like it. I think that's what I'm gonna try to do from now on. Uh, Copy the link. Perfect. There we go. Nice. My bitrate it's fine. Twitch says it isn't fine, but it is fine. Twitch is silly like that. But in any case, I'm here to play. I'm here to talk. Uh, and all that. I don't want to do the whole rigid list of stuff approach like I have been. Where my countdown? Dave won't tell. Welcome back to chat. Yeah, I think I don't know if I want to do the countdown as much anymore. I feel like by making the stream into a scheduled routine that I do every time, particularly involving the countdown, it's kind of made it difficult for me to muster up the motivation to stream because I feel like it's an obligation that I have to do. And like at the end of the day, the reason I streamed is because I wanted to stream. And so I want to keep doing that. I want to just stream in a way that makes me feel like this is a thing that I want to do. So I think I might not have as regular a schedule. Hopefully that will actually enable me to, if anything, stream more often and for a little bit longer. Because it's like, there's not necessarily the expectation that I have to do it like clockwork every single time. I don't know. I did this one roughly on schedule just to make sure that like that information could get out in a reasonable fashion. But it's kind of like, well, what if I want to just do a really long stream? What if I just want to like wake up one morning and I'm like, man, I have some great ideas for stream today. What if I just want to do that? Or what if there's a day where I just really don't feel like streaming, or if I want to do a short stream? There's I feel like when I was thinking about like when should I stream and for how long, I didn't really build enough flexibility into that. So I'm gonna try to take a more freeform approach. Especially because sometimes it like gets in the way of my train of thought when I'm editing videos and stuff like that. I always have it as a consideration. But I have to stream this afternoon. It would be a little bit weird for me to be editing video and then have to go straight into editing stream, which is not something I necessarily have a problem with doing. I've done streams where I was just editing video earlier in the day, but that's because like my mood was there. But if my mood's not there, I don't want to force myself. So that's what's what. That's why no countdown. Yeah. And there are a couple things on my list. I might talk about them, I might not. They're a little bit old as far as news segments go. So I guess we'll see where the wind takes us this time. We got Haunted Gardens. I like that. I remember the old version of this track, Haunted Woods. Very well, it was something that the old version. It's a pretty faithful recreation, though, and I kind of like it. Especially with the gigantic-ass shortcut. Three mushrooms, huh? Gonna do this. I'll just hang around in the back. Sure. First? How am I in first? Oh, that guy might have been lagging, sort of teleporting and stuff. Ow, holy shit. Okay, that's my laundry. I have a feeling it's not actually done. Sometimes when I'm doing laundry, when there's like a towel wash or something, the dryer doesn't really get it all the first time. Oh, I think that other guy just disconnected. Okay, that's what's up. One thing I saw recently was the interview between Don Lemon and Elon Musk. Don Lemon was an anchor on CNN. This is something that was interesting to me recently. I thought there was a way to go wide of that, but apparently not. Yeah, he was on CNN before, but now he is not. CNN actually let him go. They fired him. And the reason for that, I don't exactly remember why. Probably just he wasn't pulling the viewership numbers or something like that. He's like a pretty generic centrist, so it's a little bit surprising to me that they would fire him. But anyways, that was a little while ago, and he went on to like potentially do like a show on Twitter. You know how like Tucker Carlson did that stuff as well. Don Lemon started to like grift to the right and be like, oh, Elon Musk is the free speech guy and shit like that. So Elon Musk was like, yeah, that's right. Here, I'll give you your own show on Twitter. But the first thing that they did was they did an interview, presumably to be some kind of puff piece with all the softball questions and stuff like that. But then when Elon Musk sat down for it, Don Lemon was asking softball questions, but then like Elon Musk still couldn't answer the questions. He just kind of fell apart. Because any scrutiny, like a stiff breeze, can blow the man over. Especially when Don Lemon asked him about stuff like racism, anti-Semitism, and the Great Replacement theory. Now, again, softball questions were had. Don Lemon didn't take incredibly good lines of questioning because he was trying to be deferential within reason. But even still, Elon Musk, it seems like it just couldn't comprehend or couldn't engage with the concept that racism is a thing that exists. Don Lemon was like, I've been very successful, but still, as a black man, I've faced discrimination, something that's incontrovertibly true. Unfortunately, he didn't really cite data about like how this discrimination manifests or whatever. Again, softball questions. But Elon Musk was like, yeah, you've been very successful. He just couldn't like engage with it. And then with the anti-Semitism stuff, he did the whole like, oh, just because I retweet or reply to something doesn't mean I agree with it. Meanwhile, the fucking things that he says in his quote tweets and replies are like, you have said the actual truth. Wow, concerning, looking into this and shit like that when somebody posts like, the Jews are ruining our country or some bullshit, What did this interview accomplish? Jack shit, probably. But it's I don't know. I guess I just appreciate another nail in the coffin of Elon's public image. That's always nice. And anything that can sink Twitter harder is all the better, because I fucking hate that website. You're supposed to go this way, right? This is a little bit faster. Yeah, if you do this. I hear a noise coming from outside. I don't know what it is. It's the IRA? Yeah, that's true. The IRA's outside of my house. They're here to recruit me, because they know I'll say yes. Be scared? Why would I be scared? I agree with the IRA. Or did you mean the IRS? If it's the IRS, I'm more confused than anything. So far, so good. Sanic? Sanic is behind me. Not the IRA? Okay. Yeah, then no, I don't have any reason to be scared. I'm pro-Irish reunification. Ally to the cause. That guy behind me has many red shells, so I need to be careful. Somebody's gonna do that shortcut, I'm almost positive. Oh, they tried it. They tried it, but they messed up. Maybe I've just been driving like a god gamer. Damn. That got it. Alright, nice. Cool. Hidden banana spot. Couldn't take your skill? Yeah, that's right. You know what it probably is that, well, first of all, I didn't make very many mistakes, if any, at the beginning. And then when you get a breakaway on this track, you're guaranteed to win. You saw how many times I got hit by a blue shell, and still they didn't catch up with me? That's because, like, when the pack is tight behind first place, they're all going to be hitting each other. First place is going to run away with it. This track makes that very easy to do, to such an extent that, like, no way you have 9k? Yeah. I mean, I've been hovering around there the past few streams, I think. But like that's how races like that end up. If somebody else was in first, I would have been one of the people back in the pack there. That's just how that track works. That's why it's one of the reasons I don't like it very much, is because for the person in first, it's a glorified time trial. And then for the people behind you, it's like mad dog, race to the finish. Everybody like is all at each other's throats and stuff. So it's like it's a competition for second, third, and fourth in that case, since there's 4 people. But then first just has a free win. You know, and like to a certain extent, that's kind of how Mario Kart works. But when you're designing a track, you want to be able to account for that. You want plenty of shortcuts and opportunities for people in the back to advance on first place, short of, I don't know, get a blue shell or something. You know? In fact, this track is a little bit better with that, because there are shortcuts on this track that cut off quite a bit of ground. Ow. Like that one that I just failed. It looks like a couple other people failed it too. I should have just not done it. That's a shortcut. You don't even need a mushroom to do it. Ooh, okay. Almost fell off. Alright, I'm gonna do this shortcut. This lets you cut off quite a bit. It's not gonna get me much. I think. No! Ah, damn it. I needed a mushroom for that one, too. What happened to the fourth guy? Oh, no, he's back there. Okay, okay, okay. For a second, I thought he disconnected, but I didn't realize. I'm just gonna chuck these. Mushroom. I have an idea of where I could use this, but I don't know if I want to right now. Well, I mean, I do want to use it, but I don't know if it, you know, don't know if the opportunity will present itself. Okay, there we go. That kind of worked. See, these shortcuts have actually gained me quite a bit of ground on first place to the point where now it is kind of a contest. Ow. I don't know where that bomb went, but okay. Ah, okay. That shortcut didn't work out. Mega mushroom. Hmm. Hello, sir. Sorry, bro. Oh, I don't think I hit him. Okay. Oh, see, now I can go to the left here, because this is a shortcut, I think. No, I needed more mushrooms. Okay, okay, okay. Ow! What the fuck? Why did that shoot me that way? Okay, race is done. I really didn't drive well that race. I think I deserved to get last. Let me see what this Yahoo article has to say. This is something that I'm going to talk about, but I don't know. I don't know how much I want to inject or whatever. Yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah. Just to confirm. You heard about the Boeing whistleblower, right? Everybody's fucking heard about this. Boeing had been getting in a lot of trouble for shitty airplanes, as you do. And there was this guy who worked at Boeing and who was also a whistleblower, you know, who was taking them to court over it. Because, you know, you can imagine it's pretty bad when a fucking multinational corporation is in the business of making planes, which are a pretty significant tool of international transit, and those planes are resulting in people dying and shit like that, right? He was found, this whistleblower guy, he was testifying against Boeing in these depositions and these hearings and whatever, and he was found dead recently. In his truck. And authorities initially said, like, yeah, this appears to be a suicide, but literally all the evidence that like has come out since about like the circumstances of the testimony and his state of mind leading up to that indicate that, like, nah, there's like no fucking way was this a suicide, you know? In fact, he even told a family friend before this happened, like, hey, you know, I I have a lot of purpose in what I'm doing. If anything happens, just to let you know, it would not be a suicide. Like, if I die, it wasn't by suicide. And then here it is, and it's like, it's kind of like he got the Epstein treatment, a little bit. Except instead of it being because Epstein is just a fucking disgusting human being who's very well connected, it's because this guy was blowing the whistle on some very questionable manufacturing standards. Alright. I'm just gonna start using this here. I don't know if there's really a better place to use it. This is another one of those tracks that doesn't have any room for shortcuts. You just kind of get first. Oh, that's so much faster. Damn. Oh, why I didn't mini turbo there, but. So, it's kind of crazy to think about that, like, Boeing really did just kind of have a guy killed. Very, very weird stuff, I think, anyways. Definitely not what you were used to seeing, especially in a developed country. Like in more authoritarian countries, you see people getting disappeared pretty frequently. But usually it's by the state. And, it just seems like the political circumstances in the United States are way less permitting of that, and this was like way less likely to turn out the way it did. And it's surprising because it generally doesn't happen in the United States for a variety of reasons. The U.S. is a very profitable place to do business, and having somebody killed doesn't really help your public image if you're a big corporation. And then that's not good for profit. So they tend not to do that. I know that sounds like a very cynical and cold way to phrase it, but genuinely, that is the reason that corporations don't just have people killed in the United States. It's because it would affect their profit margins. That's like how they make decisions. I genuinely don't know what the like. Well, no, that's not true. I was gonna say I genuinely don't know what the motivations would have been in this case to have him killed, but clearly the motivation was that he was blowing the whistle on a lot of safety concerns and corner cutting. And, they wanted to, Boeing, that is, wanted to keep doing the corner cutting and all that because that was good for their profits. And I guess if they don't face any real punishment or consequence for just having this guy killed, then I guess, it makes sense that they would do it. Although I kind of worry that, like, if that were to happen, what that would mean for fucking other companies where there are whistleblowers doing their thing. I hope. Basically, I'm trying to say I hope this isn't like a start of a trend or something. That'd be pretty bad. No, I tried to trick, but it wouldn't register my D-pad input. What? I don't know how, but I completely missed that ramp. Alright, give me a mushroom or something. Alright, Chels, I'll take it. Sorry, mate. But I wanted second. Dude, that guy, that Carter is a fucking god gamer up there. Look at him go. Alright. Dude, this guy knows the secret sauce or something for this map. So I'll throw this, what are these red shells? I don't know. That's the angle that you have to do. Alright. Christ, that guy was far ahead. How did he do that? Was it just the whole, like, everybody's all behind him fighting each other thing? I genuinely don't know. I actually, seeing a lead like that, I feel like there has to be some kind of secret sauce for this map on a cart that, like, doesn't exist for bike players. Which, honestly, that's cool, because carts don't get enough respect and love and whatever in Mario Kart Wii. But it's, like, genuinely kind of confusing. Because, you know, I'm not a kart player, so I don't exactly understand how that works. Anywho. So the Boeing whistleblower is dead. He was probably killed by Boeing, and the FAA, that's the Federal Aviation Administration, I think, they're in charge of air travel, is investigating. Hopefully they do fucking anything. That would be good. But they, you know, the FAA, particularly with Boeing, has a history of doing fuck all, you know. Alright, this track. I tried. That was kind of mean. I shouldn't have done that. Take this tight. No, damn it. I don't know why that happened. Well, oh well. Wait, what? Why didn't that go for the other guy? He was in first when it started coming up. Wait, and how did that guy survive it? No way he had like a mushroom or something? I'm so confused. This room is very confusing to me. I'm gonna chain this. Guy's got 3 green shells. I may as well just get rid of these while I can. Yeah. Okay, that worked out. Get out of there. I don't know why I'm being so mean to this kart player. I shouldn't. I really should not. Whoa! Okay. That was a crazy bump. Okay. Well, I passed somebody. Only 3 green shells? Damn. Get those out of here. I don't want them. I want something else. Best item in the game. Okay. That's better than nothing. Somehow got third out of that. Alright. Not bad. Ah, this is something that you guys might like. This is, I just remembered there was some stuff regarding Trump that happened the past couple of days. He's been in, like, fraud trials and stuff. And he was convicted of fraud, and he now has to pay a bond of, I believe, close to $500 million, which is a lot. It doesn't really matter who you are. You could be a billionaire, and 500 million is still a lot of money. Because the thing about billionaires and the wealth that they have, a lot of their wealth isn't like cash and stuff. It's not like they can just go on to a fucking the online store or whatever and order $500 million worth of shit. Like, that's not really how it works. Most of the time, billionaires' like wealth and their money is stored in assets, in like stock portfolios and other holdings that they can't really get a hold of super easily. And in Trump's case, those are the things that he was convicted of overinflating the value of. So like he has all these real estate properties, and the court was like, yeah, you said these things were way more valuable than they actually are, so you have to pay up a bunch of money. The problem is, the way that he would pay up a bunch of money is by overvaluing those assets again to pay the bond, in which case he would lose his property. But then also, because he's unable to pay, the court is considering seizing his assets. In fact, it's like, I think that's what they're going with. It's like, yeah, we're going to have to seize Trump's assets in this case. And his fate's kind of been sealed by the fact that, like, no credit agency will really take him. You know, there's the whole buy, borrow, die thing. The part of the thing that makes billionaires so wealthy on top of having what they already have is they can say, hey, look at all this cool stuff I have. That means you should loan me money because I'll be able to pay you back pretty easily. You know? And banks are like, yeah, you know, seems legit. Here you go. Here's this money. But Trump can't do that either, again, because, like, he overvalued all his properties, so now they're like, nah, your shit isn't actually worth that much. Also, nobody's gonna fucking loan you $500 million. So he might be done. Relatively soon. I don't know how soon is relatively in this case, even. But, you know. His business empire is clearly not gonna be anything like it used to be. So, you know, haha, Orange Man bad, he lost all his money. But then also, this is relevant for the 2024 elections, because Trump has done a pretty full takeover of the Republican Party. He's installed his cronies and members of his family to various positions of party power. And on top of that, the finances of the Republican Party are all connected to Trump himself. Most of the Republican Party money all goes to Trump, paying his legal fees, paying for his, like, campaign stuff, and, you know, other sorts of things. And it really matches, you know, the arguments that I've made in the wake of like the early Republican primaries, that the Republican Party is done. It's really just a matter of time. You know, they just haven't been buried yet. So I'll be very glad to watch them be buried in the elections. This is genuinely a moment where I think that the 2024 election is going to seal the fate of the Republican Party. There's not going to be a Republican Party that's like worth considering at the federal level by 2030, I think. Like, you know, I was hesitant to give timetables on like when I think this is going to happen before. Oh, actually, I need to remove the React tag because that's not what's happening. Might be. Yeah, before when I was talking about the subject, the issue was sort of muddy enough that I was like, I don't know when a lot of this is going to happen. But now I feel pretty comfortable predicting that the Republican Party is going to be in fucking shambles electorally by 2030, 2032, or something like that. They're not going to be able to put up much of a fight. Unless the Democrats blow it. This would be genuinely impressive for the Democrats to blow this opportunity. It's technically possible, and that worries me, but assuming they don't, the Republicans are gonzo. This track, I really don't like this one. I got him. Whoa, what did that guy get? Did he get, oh, did he get a bullet bill? I bet he got a bullet bill. I'm gonna get rid of these. Oh. That's not a good use of the mushroom. That was a good POW. Got rid of everybody's items in time for the shortcut to come up, so. Hello! Barely survived that. I don't know what this Daisy player, this Carter, is doing, but he's got us all beat. Oh, Blue Shell, go. Okay. I'm gonna do the second shortcut. Do this. Right? And then... Yeah, there we go. Okay. That works. The guy's probably just a master of fucking snaking. Oh, I got a low trick. That's pretty cool. Alright. I didn't see that the wall wasn't like properly diagonal. Okay. Yay. I should check the weather. Is it actually gonna rain on Saturday? I scheduled on my little schedule sheet that I wanted to go to the food bank. Ah, fucking hell. It is supposed to rain all Saturday, like all fucking day. That's lame. Dang it. In that case, I might find something else to do. Yeah, I wanted to get involved in more volunteer stuff. You know, election season's coming up, so I could do phone banking. Phone banking and text banking, very useful ways to get organized and to get politically active. And then Food bank, maybe, if the weather's good. So I have to, like 3 miles away from where I live or something. Quite a ways. Got him. What's this guy doing? Oh, how did you do that? How do you make it over the... Huh. Damn. Aw, that sucks. Alright. Give me item. I'm chaining this. Nah. Okay. You know, I think a lot of politics right now seem kind of repetitive. I think it's possible that that's just because I've now been paying attention to politics for close to 8 years, so I will have seen a lot of things happen, not just once but twice. You know, regarding election season as one thing, but then also like I've been reading and learning enough about other political trends to know that like, oh, these are widespread things. They don't just happen like in the United States or wherever. And sometimes I feel like I've talked about the same things several different times. But I have to remember that like everybody hasn't heard me say that every time, so I don't know. There's always new stuff happening, like that I haven't seen before necessarily. Damn, that Carter actually made the shortcut? That is impressive as hell. Hello. Globalize my agenda, 69. Welcome back. Oop. Blue shell. I'm surprised nobody hit those bananas. Ow. You know what? Turnabout's fair play. I'm pretty sure I've, like, tried to bomb somebody a little while ago on another, race that was, like, behind me or something. So, yeah, I probably deserve that. No way, dude. That is a fucking level of precision that I've never seen from a Carter. Alright. Alright, get your asses back here. I haven't been driving that bad. I feel like I need to step it up, though. Alright, one mushroom. Not bad. Yes, pass me. I need to, chain this somewhere. Alright. We're not there, but I need a box here. Oh, yes. Oh, baby. Alright. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Dude, that almost got me. Okay. Whew. I played that ending really well. I don't know what this Carter is on, but they're doing some shit that I literally don't know if it's possible with a cart. I mean, I guess he's proving that. I don't know how strong... I don't want to, like, accuse this guy of cheating, but I guess that's just how unfamiliar I am with carts, that I don't know if certain tricks on custom tracks are possible or not with, like, the Wild Wing. If he's a cart main, though, like, if he's a hardcore carter, like, mainlines the Wild Wing, he would probably know. So, Ribbon Road, alright. Let's do it. Here, just hit one of those bananas. Yeah, sure. Oh, he got the Carter guy. No! I was so afraid of hitting the fake item box. Okay. That guy's got first guaranteed, I think. One red shell in last. Well, I guess it is only 3 players, so... Kinda makes sense. Oh, that didn't hit him? Maybe he had something else. He might have had something. I don't know. Ah, damn it. How did I miss that? That I swear to God, that was not me. Fucking Road shot me at such a weird angle. Alright. Cut this. Ow. Fucking... Like they put that there specifically for people who did the shortcut. Aha. Not gonna get hit by that. Somehow almost fucked that up. I mean, the race is over already, so... Okay. I'm not gonna stay with this room, I think. No, not countdown, versus. I don't know why I did that. I swear if it's the same 2 guys. It's just gonna be the same 2 guys. It's probably nobody else online. Maybe? Regular worldwides? Eh. Oh, there we go. That works. Only one room? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And I don't get very much news on my Twitter feed anymore. That's part of why it's like so useless now. Even in the following tab, it doesn't show me people that I'm following. Fucking lame. And there's no way to fix that. I've checked to like make absolutely sure that like, is there a way to say, no, show me tweets from everybody that I follow and only from the people that I follow? Like, that's the list of accounts that it picks from when it's showing me in the feed. But there's no option for that. There's no, like, there's no curation that you personally can do on your Twitter feed. There's some, like, really, really broad parameters that you can screw with in somewhere deep buried in the settings tab or whatever. But ultimately, all the control is not with the user in terms of like what you see, which is fucking dumb. Ask Elon to fix that. Well, we all know what the answer is gonna be, right? Because it's by design. It's like the YouTube algorithm. Like when the YouTube algorithm doesn't show you people that you subscribe to. It just shows you things it thinks you should watch. Or like, based on your viewing habits and whatever. Oh, I didn't get a box. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's try this again. Try, the slap a little bit differently. No! I need an item. I really need an item. Okay. Got one. Ow. Damn it. Trying to get a box, huh? How did I not see that? What? Come here! Well, at least I didn't get hit by that thundercloud. Okay. This room's kind of laggy for me. The item roulette is not going very quickly. Okay, there we go. Fourth. Okay. Actually gonna go to the moon. I'm fucking drop kicking it to the moon once this is done. Hate that platform. This is a good room. It's a decent size. It's got a lot of people. It's got some high VR, low VR players. It's good. This is like the quintessential Mario Kart worldwide room. Oh yeah, speaking of Elon. This is a bad site. Yeah. I'll still mostly just call it Twitter, because fucking not calling it that dumbass name. One thing that was kind of funny that happened recently was Stone Toss got doxxed. Stone Toss is the guy that draws all those. I don't understand how X is still this popular. It's really not. It's just an inertia thing. If you look at social media sites by usage, Twitter isn't that high on the list. It's mostly like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all that, which TikTok has now been like banned in the United States, so that might actually change. Like Twitter doesn't even crack the top 10, I don't think. It's just in some ways, I think. I don't even know the degree to which this is true. Like Twitter at least used to be disproportionately politically relevant, like relative to its size, you know? But I don't even know the degree to which that's true. The ban went through. Yeah. Well, okay. The TikTok ban, right, is more than just a ban. The insidious part about it was not the banning part, interestingly enough. And they snuck into the TikTok ban, funnily enough, that, oh yeah, if you sell TikTok to an American company, or if you sell it so that it's not owned by a Chinese company anymore, then we won't ban it, you know? So it might not be banned after all, but, like, the thing that this bill was really for was to create the Great Firewall of China America edition, right? That's what the bill did, and the bill did get passed. It basically, I think it enables, like, the government to blacklist or ban any like social media site that's a national security risk or something like that. It uses very Patriot Act-esque, like, pretty vague language to allow very broad sweeping powers of like internet sort of management and censorship based on national security, purported national security reasons, you know? I understand why the ban was necessary. It wasn't necessary. You shouldn't understand that because it wasn't. There was no national security threat from TikTok. Like, yeah, it was owned by a Chinese company. You know how many fucking things in America are owned by Chinese companies? You know how many things in any other country are owned by companies that are based in another country? That's just how capitalism works. That's just how the global marketplace works, right? I saw a YouTuber I trust, he made some good arguments for the ban. Then you shouldn't trust that YouTuber, because there aren't good arguments for the ban of TikTok. Not specifically for TikTok anyways. Look, anything that is bad about TikTok is present in every other social media site. And, like, if we're talking national security here, if China wanted data, right? If the Chinese government's like, okay, you can create protests using the app, what the fuck does that even mean? If China wants data, if China is looking to advance its own security objectives with regards to the United States, they're like, okay, we need some data from the United States with regards to this, or with regards to this. You know what they do? Spying. That's how countries get data on one another. You don't hear about it. If you were hearing about countries' efforts to, I don't know, get information and intelligence from another country, they'd be doing a pretty fucking piss poor job of doing that. It's exactly the reason. Showed a guy on how to create protests on TikTok. What the fuck do you mean create a protest? That doesn't make sense. What, like, people use TikTok for political organizing purposes? No shit. That's what people use social media for. That's one of its various purposes. That's not a reason to ban it. In fact, that makes it worse. Could you imagine if they were like, yeah, you can do political organizing and organize a protest by connecting with people on this social media app, so we're going to ban it? Are you fucking kidding me? Shut down a street with a protest using TikTok? Yeah, that's called organizing. That's what protests do. There are no compelling arguments for banning TikTok specifically. It's just racism. the reason, there are two reasons why, like, he made some good argument. No, he fucking didn't. I don't even need to see the video to know that he didn't. There are no compelling arguments for TikTok specifically to be banned and not for any other social media website to be banned. Because anything TikTok does is just something another social media site does, and that makes it successful. Look, I've already explained why the ban happened, and he isn't racist. I don't doubt that he's not racist. What I'm saying is the reason that Congress was interested in banning TikTok is because they're racist. Republicans are fucking racist, and most people in politics are xenophobic against China specifically, because, like, they're trying to cook up a new Cold War. They want to, you know, the capital class loves a good conflict. So you know he is a VSD agent? He might be a VSD agent. Yeah. Look, for social media apps, like, sure, you can argue in favor of stronger regulation with regards to how the algorithm recommends content to people and argue that, like, oh, kids shouldn't be allowed to use this maybe. That's a much more tenuous argument to make. He worked in the US military as an intelligence guy. That means fucking nothing. Do you have any idea how stupid the top brass are in the US military? These are the same people that want to glass the fucking Middle East for no gain. I will take my opinion on this over any national security expert any day. Legit. That is how like poisoned the discourse on this is, and that is how dumb American national security experts are. Because they're like, obviously they're not going to say the real reason to a camera, right? That's number one. Number two, it's that shit I said earlier about, like, if China wanted to spy on the United States, you know what they would do? They would fucking spy on the United States. They wouldn't create a social media app and then, like, do some long-form abstract data scraping operation to, like, I don't know, farm user data. Like, what are they gonna do with Joe Schmo from Idaho's data? Like, just some random guy, right? Like, Ryan Macbeth is a cool guy. I don't know who that is. If that's the YouTuber, yeah, okay, sure. Bit cringe on Palestine, but he's a smart dude. That describes a lot of people in America, so, yeah. I don't doubt it. Yeah, no, so, like, you would have to give me, like, you would have to literally deliver from the horse's mouth the argument for me to even consider it, because I'm pretty much familiar with every conceivable argument that could be made on banning TikTok. I've heard it a million times. Congress has been literally looking for excuses to do this for years, and they, like, finally have one. This isn't, like I mentioned in another stream where I talked about this, this isn't the first time that Congress tried to ban TikTok earlier, either. It just didn't work the other times, and now it did. They don't actually, like, nothing really gets accomplished by just banning TikTok, except for making relations with China worse, right? But that's what the U.S. wants, because there's, like, there's sort of a Cold War interest there, and there's, like, I don't know, maybe they want to coalesce some sort of economic bloc against China specifically. I managed that race. Seriously, every argument that I've heard about banning TikTok ultimately just boils down to, ooh, scary China. Lithuania is already banned from trading with China? Yeah, you mentioned that. That's pretty dumb. Because, you know, it's a global marketplace. Or we live in a global economy, rather, and like, every country has to be, in some degree, connected to every other country, so it's kind of wacky. It's not like I even like TikTok either. I fucking despise TikTok. I just think that banning it is a stupid idea, and, like, all the reasons that you could cook up for banning it are disingenuous and stupid because they would apply to basically every other social media app. It's like TikTok is just another distillation of social media trends into a social media app, which I don't like, but ultimately don't think it should be banned, because anything that you could say about it would be, like, really... You could just apply that to Facebook or to Instagram or to fucking Twitter. You know? Do you want to ban those? Like, do you want to just ban social media in general? You know? At least that's the tier of discourse I usually see being engaged in. It's like, oh, you know, TikTok bad, but they won't say that about other social media sites. You know? Like, if we want to talk about data scraping, we can talk about data scraping, but every social media site does that. That's not a TikTok thing. Removes 90% of brain rot. What, banning all social media? That'd be pretty wacky. I mean, that genie is well and truly out of the bottle, so, like, we couldn't really do that, even if we wanted to. You know? There we go. I'm just gonna chuck that. I'm gonna chain this. I'm in 8th, I'll probably get something decent. Yeah. No, what the fuck? How did I not make that? It's not 100cc, it's 150. That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry to that guy who I fucking landed on. Oh, cool. Nice. I'm gonna hold this until the double shortcut. I really want to be able to do that with this. I have to use it. Somebody's gonna take the shortcut there? No? Okay, yeah, somebody did. You know what? I should just stay back in case a blue shell comes. But it won't, so... Oh well. Second place. That's pretty good for Delfino Square. I don't usually do too well on that track. Even though I do like Delfino Square. Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to the Great Firewall of America. That's not going to be great. Thankfully, VPNs are really easy to get a hold of, so I don't think it's actually going to matter that much. You know, there have been states that... What? I think foreign apps should at least be restricted to servicemen and politicians. That's a stupid fucking idea. You have any idea how many apps are made by foreign companies? Really, really bad idea. That would, like, slash the App Store in half. And some of them are apps that everybody fucking uses. You know? That's just blatant, like, nationalism, I think. Yeah, but they don't need them on our work phone? Fucking most workplaces don't let you do that anyway. If you get a work phone, they're gonna dictate what you can and can't have on that phone. That's a matter of policy at that specific place of work, not a matter of the law. The law says, like, yeah, you can decide that, but we're not gonna, like, ban all foreign manufactured apps from the App Store. Look, in a country as influential as fucking America, anything that has to do with, yeah, we should ban this foreign product or that foreign product is an absolutely stupid idea. It's a form of economic protectionism, which there are other examples of that can work in, like, developing countries. But America is not a developing country. It's a fully developed country. And this is even, like, a form of protectionism that barely works ever. Like, it would be... Law is kind of the company policy of a country. Yeah. What does that even mean? What? I'm sorry, are you saying that, like... You know what? No. That's just dumb. I shouldn't even engage with that. I just, at this point, I don't take anybody seriously who says we should ban foreign apps. Like, that's just such a fucking stupid idea on its face. I've already laid out, like, why as well. Like, the fucking, oh, the state secrets argument? That's not an actual argument. That's not how countries get state secrets of other countries. Ow. Chinese app, though? Yeah, so fucking what? If that's the logic, you would ban literally everything that's made in China, in which case the US no longer has an economy. Congratulations. You have any idea how much shit China makes? Sorry, I get mad at this. I get mad at this more easily than I do get mad at like other stuff because everybody turns into a fucking moron when they're talking about TikTok. It's like they don't understand that there are problems that social media apps encourage, encounter, and engage with. Should a foreign country control a news site that informs half the country? Where is this coming from? What the fuck? That's just how the market works. Look, what, an adversary at that? Yeah, so fucking what? China has newspapers that run in the United States. Do you want us to ban all Chinese news sources in the United States? Because that would literally be censorship. What you're doing right now is the same logic that China employs to build its Great Firewall of China. Do they inform 150 million people? You are literally fundamentally incapable of engaging with what I'm fucking talking about with TikTok. TikTok is a social media app, right? Is it full of disinformation? Yes. Is that unique to TikTok? Fuck no. You know what else is full of misinformation as well? American news. Do we ban American news? Like fucking, I'm not such a cuck to national interest that I would ban something just because, oh, it has China's scary foreign adversary of the United States. No, this is a world of grown-ups, thank you. Owning radio stations for foreign countries is already illegal in the United States. That's something I actually don't know too much about, and so I won't really comment on it. It does sound kind of dumb, but there's such a thing as public radio. There's no such thing as public social media. Right? Like, there can be radio stations that are publicly owned, like PBS, and stuff. So it's I think with radio broadcasting, it's a little bit different. Because radio has some sort of perceived legitimacy behind it and some, like, legacy ties from policy eras that were, like, not dealing with 21st century stuff. And also, who the fuck listens to radio anymore? Fuck, you know what you're doing right now? I just realized this. You're doing the JAQ bit. You're just asking questions that, like, have an implied answer. My great-grandma listens to radio? Yeah, old people do. That's true. If you're gonna argue that TikTok should be banned, you should argue why it should be banned. You should say that directly instead of saying, like, phrasing it as a rhetorical question. Because I promise you, your case is, like, not very convincing for TikTok specifically. If that's what you're arguing here. Again, I get agitated for this specifically because people can have perfectly good process of reasoning in their head, and then all of a sudden when China comes up, they devolve into fucking neoliberal, like neoconservative national security warhawks. It is a foreign country that owns a news site which informs 150 million Americans. What news site? Okay, that's not a reason for TikTok to be banned. You realize there's a country, Qatar owns Al Jazeera, and Al Jazeera is also a news source. People get their news from TikTok, and TikTok doesn't market itself as a news corporation. It is a social media app. There's no problem there. That's not like a legal thing. So what? You want, like, what? This is literally just the question of, do you want your misinformation to have the American flag on the company headquarters or the Chinese flag on the company headquarters? It literally makes no difference. You know? The only difference is which genocide they're denying on a given day. And that's a problem with social media, not with TikTok. I keep telling you, none of the things that you're talking about are problems with TikTok specifically. All of it is just China, big, scary, bad adversary of United States. And people don't fucking understand that this is a world where, like, countries are interested in material resources and shit like that. And it's not some, like, insidious master plan of like, nuclear annihilation. Dog, we're not living in a James Bond movie. I swear, I have so little patience for this debate specifically. And I don't mean with you specifically, because obviously I know I have conversed with you many times. I mean with this subject. I'm driving so bad this race. You met him? Yeah. Would China allow the US to own a news site which provides news to half of its people? What? China doesn't own a news site that provides news to half of the American population. People get their news from TikTok because people are fucking idiots, and they, like, that's how they use social media apps. There are American social media apps that operate in China, despite the Great Firewall. They just have slightly censored versions of them. And I fucking promise you, the United States censors content on TikTok. That's why they want to do this ban in the first place. You can access Facebook in China. Yeah, but it is heavily censored. Yeah, and that's the fucking problem with this TikTok ban. That's all that America is doing. This is Great Firewall of America shit. What you're talking about is fundamentally the reason TikTok shouldn't be banned, not the reason it should. Facebook operates in China, but it is heavily censored. For example, if you talk about the Uyghur Muslims, you'll get murked. Your post will get shadow banned. You might even get contacted by, like, the police or some shit. I don't know. I don't know how things work exactly there. And that's bad. In the United States, we don't have that. Hallelujah, right? Except this ban on TikTok would enable the United States to know that won't happen. What do you mean? It already happened. It already happens. The United States already censors content on TikTok, by the way. Like, this bill would just take that further. Like, the law that just got passed, that would just escalate the abilities of the United States to be more on par with a state like China. Right now, if you try to talk about, like, some pro-Palestine shit on social media, you will get deboosted in America. Like, people's pro-Palestine posts get disproportionately less engagement, despite the fucking massive popularity of that as a subject of political conversation relative to other posts, because the U.S. government and what influence it has over the internet fucking throttles it. Listen, China, I love you. I disagree with America, and China's the freest nation in the world. Don't make my phone go. What the fuck are you saying? At what point? What are you even trying to argue right now? This is a letter to Xi. Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, people in China have actually been disappeared over their social media posts. And this applies, by the way, with American social media. It's not just a TikTok thing. Hell, TikTok isn't even allowed in China. They don't have TikTok in China. We have TikTok in America. They don't have it in China. But China does have Facebook. Facebook helped do a genocide? Yeah, that's right, it did. Yeah, and we didn't ban Facebook as a result, nor should we have, really. We should have, like, Facebook should have been on the ball way more. There should have been a lot more scrutiny with regards to the enabling of a fucking genocide, but I don't think as a massive social media platform that it should have fucking been banned. At this point, with how much influence those social media companies have, it would be like closing the public square. It's just a bad idea. Ooh. God damn. Ugh. So yeah, it's pretty lame. Congress banned, well, banned, quote unquote, TikTok. I don't think it's actually going to be banned. ByteDance is probably just gonna sell it, maybe, to like some shell company or something. Or maybe it will get banned, in which case everybody else can keep using TikTok, but America and China can't. This is not going to accomplish anything except starting a Cold War with China and like laying the groundwork for like the American firewall. Use NordVPN? Yeah, of course. Like if you use a VPN, you'll still be able to access apps that are banned in your country and stuff like that. That's just the nature of how these kinds of politics work. Yeah, no, there was no reason to ban TikTok, but they did anyway because scary China. YouTubers with NordVPN sponsorships will make bank. They probably will. They probably will. Yeah, it's just fucking goofy. This was all done by the VSD to make a Lithuanian company Nord richer. Ah, of course, all according to plan. Naturally. I'm probably only gonna go to an hour and a half this stream. Might just call it after like this race and maybe one more. I don't know. Everybody in this room is an asshole. I'm now learning this. Alright, give me this. I'm just gonna use it. Damn it, I didn't get a box. Sorry, bro. Okay. this ain't gonna net me anything more than fifth. Ugh. Senators insist we're not banning TikTok. God, the discourse over that is so fucking dumb and toxic. TikTok probably won't get banned anyhow. Yeah, it's too I actually the reason I think it won't get banned is because it's too big of a social media app to get banned. Like it makes too much money for business interests in America for them to seriously like actually ban it. That's why they said I think the Senate said like, yeah, our current plan uh is for like, okay, ByteDance, the company that owns it, has 180 days to divest, which means to sell it to somebody else. Or if they don't do that, it will be banned. In which case, like they probably would sell it to somebody else. You know, even if it's just like shell company or whatever, it likely would not be banned in the United States. And if it were, people would just migrate to other social media sites to fill the void that TikTok left behind, which exemplifies what I was saying earlier, that TikTok is ultimately no different than any other social media site. You know, like YouTube Shorts, Instagram, whatever it is, right? Still use it even if it reads my mind, knows if I'm naughty or nice. Time to invest in Instagram stocks? Yeah, I mean, like, Facebook is blue chip, so it's gonna cost a bit, but, like, yeah, I guess. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, it's not like the thing I want to take away from this is like to get across is that, like, you know, it's a funny bit to do the whole like TikTok knows whether I'm naughty or nice. TikTok is Santa Claus, but that's every social media app. Every social media app engages in the kind of data scraping and data purchase and sale on the marketplace that TikTok does. You know, when senators and congresspeople and politicians say TikTok is selling data to China, no, they're not. They're selling data to a giant list of buyers, and China is on some level, like at somewhere in the chain, it's one of those buyers, which is the kind of data selling and data mining process that every social media app does, from Facebook to Twitter to YouTube, like everyone. Every social media company does this. That doesn't make it good, by the way, but it's something that it literally just doesn't make sense to bring down the ban hammer in this case. It just like it doesn't accomplish anything except some like political theater, fucking Cold War II stuff, which I guess that's what Congress wants, so that's what they're going to do. No, I got target shocked. Track is wacky. Rainbow Road's a very wacky track in most Mario Kart games, but especially in I actually waited. I'm such a fucking meanie. I actually waited for the guy in first place to cross the line before I used that blue shell. God damn. Me to ally with China against Russia? Good meme, but no. Russia is like, history's a circle and all that. History is a fucking circle. Russia is not even close to large enough of a threat to need to ally with somebody against it. They just don't have that kind of market power. They don't have that kind of economic leverage to need to form a bloc against, right? Like militarily, that's one question, right? But the main way that geopolitical conflict gets carried out is through proxy groups, which Russia has been increasingly less good at, and economics, which Russia doesn't have much of. Not much. Chinese puppet state. Yeah, they're in the Chinese sphere of influence, more or less. At least in with respect to like Eastern politics. In Europe, Russia is like operates as its own thing, but definitely you can feel the influence of China in all the areas around it, including in like what Russia does. You know, Russia definitely is a smaller player than China in geopolitics and wants to be friendly with them because China is very economically powerful. Like China is colonizing Siberia. You know what? Fuck it. Yes. It's real shit posting hours. Anyways, that's all I have in me today for stream. I don't know. My brain's been a little bit scrambled past week and a half. To be honest, maybe it's the fact that I have work now, even though like my workload isn't super heavy. I'll be back sometime. You'll get the notification if I go live. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I wonder if anybody's live. I have a good one. No, nobody. Not really anyways. So I'll just end stream.